Hey everyone, Madcarver here again with Schaaf Tools. Today we're going to carve a raised letter R, and we'll cut the depth all the way around and gouge out from the outside going in and create that letter R raised. Okay, let's get to it. Here we have the letter R, and in this case we're going to do the R raised. So let's go ahead. I already used the ballpoint stylus to indent the wood. So now we're just going to fill in those areas. Okay, there we go. I'm going to start off cutting around the R with a skew chisel, 8 millimeters. I'm going to cut just to the outside of each line. I'd like to create a stop cut that allows me to cut this piece on the outside so that I can gain enough room to start creating the raised letter. By using the bottom, I can see where the skew chisel is going and stop when I need to. I'm now going to use the number 5 8 millimeter gouge to start removing material on the outside of the letter. I'm now going to continue around the letter, removing more and more and more so I can get a good sufficient depth to clean it all up and complete the work. Now I need to use the skew to deepen and remove the debris. Okay, I will continue doing that until I've got a sufficient depth. Okay. Now that we have a good area around the entire letter, we're going to go ahead and take out the center. I often turn the chisel slightly to the right or left. It helps me to cut into the wood. Now, to move forward with this piece, a couple things can be done. In many cases, people like to remove this entire outer section and the inner section, or drop it down a little lower, or curve it inward. And some people really like these tool marks all the way around. So I prefer to have the tool marks around. It really shows out the raised letter. But it's up to you which way you want to do that. But at this point, what I'd like to do is go ahead and define some of these edges just a little bit better. We see here that the line is still present in some cases, and I think I'll just go around here and clean those edges up. I'll turn the chisel over here upside down so that I can have the pointed end downward and the lower end upward. That gives me a good hold on the tool so that I can run it alongside, or rather atop, this letter and get a good cut. Holding it in this manner gives me some good power to thrust downward with. So I think as a final point here, I can make a little bit of cleanup here, and I'll drop this a little bit, give it a few more tool mark cuts. To give it that tooled look. And then at this point, I think a little bit of sanding and it'll be done. The letter R raised.